for some interesting stuff. So, first things first, my name's Kenneth Bird. My company is Crystal Edge Technology Strains. Give me a minute. I got to go out and get my package. Well, I get the cat food while I'm going out too. Might as well. And popsicles, and I'll take these later on. There's my cat right there. Hey, buddy, what's up? Ready for food? Are you ready for food? Yes. Are you ready for food? Right, I got it. Yeah, food for you. Food for you. Give me that look like feed me now. Give me feed me now. I got you. Back up, Tyler. Come on, let me get in bed. Come on, back up, Tyler. Come on. Come back. Whatever. Here you go. Give me some fresh water. Give me that over. Can I read it, please? Thank you. Got you some fresh water, just a pinch. Get your water. There you go. See? Not a person, not a party. Right, sorry we didn't start right away, but in the morning, I'm responsible for feeding some cats. Hey, buddy. There you go. I'll put some padding out there too for you guys so they don't want. I'm responsible for feeding several cats in my neighborhood, including also to some other weird creatures. I feed skunks, raccoons, possums, and a few foxes in my neighborhood. So when I get up in the morning, I feed them first. All right, I didn't think he was going to show up, but he did show up. He popped up. I think that may be Taco's father. I don't know. But he looks a heck of a lot like him. He does. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to build a nice little area. Go to your knee, buddy. It's okay. I'm not going to harm you. I'm going to build a nice little area up here where they can go in and get shelter at. And that way they can get out of the rain. I'm working on something for the winter time that has a heating system, so that way they can stay nice and warm. All right, let me see. Oh, yeah, got a demonstration to do. All right, so basically, the question is, a lot of people ask me, is about paying a lot of money for projectors. Something you don't have to do, and you don't have to be stuck to the screen size that they tell you that you have to have. You don't have to go through that. All projectors have the capability to produce much larger images. The reason why they tell you that is because your picture quality is going to become, your picture quality is going to become distorted. Which we already showed you from the door, that if you take a gray screen, a white screen, or silver screen, put this up there, it's going to be a screen that's not going to be to produce color, no contrast, and that means the whole 150-inch screen, or whatever size you're going to do, pretty much bigger than 100 inches, it's going to have that same discoloration to it. It's going to be a lot more worse because, again, it's going to be taking on 10 times more light. That little sample sheet we just showed you washed out that badly. So imagine at 150 inches what you're going to get. That's why you have to project on a much smaller image, like 100-inch, and because you're going to be able to pick up a much more brighter projector. It's going to be much closer, sharper image. That's why. But all projectors have that capability to do 150 inches. I love when the Valvas came out and those particular projectors came out and they said, oh, you do 150 inches. And that was a complete lie because you weren't doing that. I've met plenty of people with Valva projectors. We have to turn those people away. Sad to say, but true, but the product doesn't work. So, do you have to spend a lot of money for an ultra short throw? No, you don't. These right here, if you look at these projectors right here, Projector Central, projector, what's it called? AV something. I forgot the name of it. It's Projector Central, and I forgot what the other one was called. It's a popular site, but I forgot it that fast. But anyway, if you go there and you basically bring this projector over there, they'll sit there and tell you that this projector is an absolute piece of junk, and that it's not worth your time. You're never going to get 150 out of it. You can't use it in a fully lit environment. It's a waste of your time. Go out and spend the money for a $3,300 projector, or go out and spend the money for a couple $1,000, get this projector right here, and you're going to be to get the quality and performance. Now, they're not joking, you're going to get the quality and performance, but without the screen behind it, you're not going to get jack at all, period. I told you, as we did the research, we did a live stream, we went on YouTube, we looked for people with P2 projectors, any form of ultra short throw projectors, and every single one of them was in some poorly lit, kind of like dungeon master environment, or they were just strictly in the dark with these high powered machines trying to produce color and contrast, because they cannot do it in a fully lit environment because the screen's going to wash out badly. And you've seen that in other demonstrations. Like I said, I know some people, anybody who takes this personally, you know that I'm right. So just to put it that way, anyone who takes it personally, you know that I'm right. But if you feel that, because we have to talk to individuals this way, if you feel that I'm wrong, then you can do this right here with no problem. And I'm talking about contrast, colors, the whole 9 yards, everything. Not just this and that, everything. So, again, this is the reason why you don't see those screens really at 150 inches. It's rare you see an ultra short throw sitting on a 150-inch screen. The only ones that really had that kind of power at an actual 5,000 lumens and actually can do a physical 150-inch screens were the Dells. But the Dells were $6,000 when they came out, and they're $4,000 now, if you can find one. That's if you can find one. They're really hard to get your hands on. But even at the Dell with that kind of power and all, again, it comes down to the screen. Anytime you're watching a projector promo, I guarantee you they got a high performance screen in there. I guarantee you that the projector's been professionally calibrated. And as I said before, if it comes to an ultra short throw, it's going to be on a 100-inch screen. Rare you're going to see one on a 120-inch, but most of them are on a 100-inch screen. Because even the company, the manufacturer itself is going to tell you that, hey, look, this projector only works on a 100-inch screen, and that's it. We had an Optima GT 55 and 56 over here, and both of them said only 100 inches. My screen was 126. Yeah, we kind of beat the daylights out of the promo on that one. We did a 126-inch screen and 140-inch outside. My projector I have right here, which you're seeing on display, which is the NEC UM361X. This particular projector is only designed to do 80 inches because, like I said, they were developed and designed for schools, office buildings, and hospitals. It was never developed to be a home theater projector. We're using it right now as a home theater projector at 150 inches, when most people, if not all, on YouTube right now are using high-end projectors at 100 inches and their environments are darker than ours. So you don't have to spend all this money. If you have say you already have a 4K projector, so you already bought a 1080p projector, then so much more better. Then that means now you can take that projector with our technology and you can do a 150-inch screen off your projector, and you can pull a 100% contrast level in colors that actually work. Because don't think for a hot second, because you have a high-end projector, that you're going to be just do the same thing that the technology is displaying in the next room. If that was the case, we would have saw it when we did the search. We were actually looking for ultra short, though, ambient light projection environments with those projectors, and we couldn't find one. So our customers don't have to spend, you don't have to spend that kind of money. Where's my scissors at? You don't have to calibrate. You don't have to be stuck in dark environments. You can have your screen size at 150 inches, which we have here on display. Where's my scissors at? Hey, Taco. Is that full already? Yeah, you probably did. Probably got things to do. Somebody else is feeding him besides me. It's a pretty big cat. 4K demonstrations.
Getting that from YouTube.
Cool. I can't wait to watch it. It's Shaun and the Sheep. That's my favorite cartoon to watch. Let me see. Let's go over to...
You know the mutual customizes your car insurance? You only pay for what you need? Like how I customized
Marco's
this
backpack.
scarf.
Check
out this backpack I made for Marco.
Oh, there we go.
Only pay for what you
For
need.
Marco. Now, if I were to stick a gray screen up here, it'll wash out. Hey, Mr. Fuzzy Wuzzy, what you doing Taco today? Let's see. Oh. Very important. One of the things people ask the most, can I see it on an angle? Oh, heck yes, you can. I can go all the way back here and it'll still pick up with no problem whatsoever. This screen, now mind you, this is our acoustic gamer. So the black screen we have up there, the absolute black, the black silver, have the ability to do the same thing the gamer can do. Except for the gamer produces much higher color. And as you can see, any angle I go, the screen's going to pull up with no problem. I would love to see more ultra short throw demonstrations on 150-inch screens and fully lit environments, but you're not going to see it. You have to keep that picture nice and tight in order for them to pull the image. Let's just show you how high my screen comes up, right near the edge of the ceiling, which means it has direct contact with the light at all times, where everything has direct contact with the light at all times. And there's the model number of my projector. Just to show you that I'm not using anything different in the demonstration. I love when I get people that'll say, why don't you turn the lights out? Why the heck am I sitting in the lights with an ultra short throw projector? It wasn't developed for that. They were developed to be like TVs. They were developed for. That's why the guy was doing a side-by-side demonstration with the TV, but he should have had the lights on when he was doing it, because TV is going to be used majority with the lights on. Only time people turn TVs off, well, they're basically going to be saving a little money on electric, but most of the time watching movies. But other than that, the TV is going to be on. So that demonstration, I thought wasn't done correctly. But anyway, when I get that all the time, like, turn the lights out. Turn the light for what? And the screen's definitely going to react with the lights out. It's the lights on is when they need to react, because this is an ultra short throw projector. That's what it's designed for. It's a shame when I see all these high-powered machines sitting in the dark doing the very opposite of what it was designed to do. That's the sad thing about it. It's designed to replace the TV. This is why when we go to form sites, like OLED form lights, where people have these 80-inch and 100-inch screens in there, and they're paying like thousands of dollars for them, for these OLED screens. Yeah, we've seen people 100-inch OLEDs. They have some money in there. I mean, you ever seen the sound system? We call it the Stonehenge effect, where they have a small TV in the middle, but the speaker system is freaking insane. We're talking about $200,000 system in there, easily. So we call it the Stonehenge effect, because they got this small screen in the middle, but they got these giant speakers that wrap all around it. But anyway, the first thing you say if you walk in one of this forum say, hey, how about you guys get a projection screen? And the first thing they'll say is, well, number one, my screen can produce 100% black. Yeah, it can, because it's an OLED. Gray screen can't do it, white screen can't do it, and a silver screen can't do it. Number two, I don't want to be in the dark all day. Every time I turn the screen on, it's going to wash out or fade. I can have my screen on, lights on, with no problem whatsoever. They got a point. Because after what I've seen on YouTube as researching, trying to find any videos that could pull up on a projector in a fully lit environment on a massive screen size, couldn't find one. They got a point. So how can you argue with them? We can, but the rest, everybody else can't. So we go in there, we go, okay, here's my ultra short throw. Here's my screen at 150 inches. I got another one up on the ceiling. Oh, they're blown away when they see the ceiling projection screen. Turn the projector off, it's jet black, and we can pull 100% contrast level. There you go. A person selling great screen paint, oh, you can never go in this environment right there. They would rip you a new one in there. There's no way in the world. Can you give me 100% contrast? Oh, you can't? All right, there you go. And at that, we're doing it on a low-end projector. When we go into the forum sites with the elitists, people have the black diamonds and DMP supernovas and the high-end expensive screens. The first thing they talk about how advanced their projectors are, how amazing the contrast levels are. And when we do demonstrations in fully lit environments and we show them the projector we're using is like $60 to $100 to $300, completely blown away. Dedicated theater room, we do that in the dedicated theater room all day. $500 projector, and we can level each one of their sample sheets with no problem, lights on or lights off. Black technology is brutal. So imagine you go and you spent $50,000 for a JVC projector, another $20,000 for your screen, and God knows what you paid for your chairs and your speaker system. And someone just happens to pop into your room with a 150-inch black screen, and they can blow out your contrast levels easy. They even have your sample sheet that you have right there, and they can display it. Yeah, I've done that one a few times too. Can't beat a black screen. It's virtually impossible. And those with the elite screens, the ceiling light projection screens, well, yeah. Ceiling light projection. It's actually ceiling light projection, literally. See that black level pulling up and all that light? Yep, there you go. Well, we showed you on eBay. The projectors dropped by a lot too, because I don't know whether people are listening to me talk about telling people to buy the projectors and they're upping them or what. But like I said, for those of you who don't have an ultra short throw and you want an ultra short throw, you don't have to spend the money for the Valva because it promises you the 150-inch screen, which you're never going to be able to achieve because of that pixel shifting nonsense. Oh, that's never going to happen. This is my projector right there and right there. I paid $60 for mine. These are $160 at 3,600 lumens. And anytime we bump into somebody who on ABS forums, ABS forums, who talks about, oh, that projector's trash, you can't do this, you can't do that. Oh, we can do that. Let me see some pictures of your projector, and it's the same thing. High-end projector, an ambient light controlled environment on a small 100-inch screen. That's why everybody was flocking to the Valve projectors so much. Because they came out there and they said, hey, look, you buy this projector, you can get a 150-inch screen off this projector. The, what's it called? WeMax, or I think that projector's called. You can get a 150-inch off this screen. And everybody was grabbing them up because they thought they were going to get a 150-inch screen off a projector that uses pixel shifting technology. No, you're not going to get a 150-inch screen. That's why you don't see anybody really with a 150-inch screen displaying those projectors. And then the demonstration for the WeMax and the Valve projector are done in ambient light controlled environments. All right, so I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. What's our time here? We're good. My setup, including my soundbar, 150-inch screen and projector. My price for my whole entire setup is $547. $120 for the bar, $60 for the projector, and the screen, if I was a customer, $367. Let's see, customer, if he bought one of these projectors, $160 plus the screen, his price tag will be $527. Now, for the naysayers who want to argue and say, well, that's so much money, your projector is $3,300. And you are trapped in the dark. You can never do a demonstration, which I just did, which showed a 150-inch screen on a $60 projector. You can't do that. As a matter of fact, you can't even do the 1-year swap out, which we were supposed to drop your projectors for the low-end projectors and do demonstrations for 1 year, but they couldn't do that. They have to depend on those projectors. And then you got to calibrate and all that other nonsense. So you're not saving anybody any money. Whatever projector that's being used in that demonstration is the projector you're going to have in order to produce the same image. There is nowhere in the world on God's green earth that you're going to be able to see the P2 and buy the projector that I have over here, and they're going to be the same specifications. They're not. There's a reason why the projector costs $3,300. So I explain this to people, don't get fooled. If you get off my stand, when you watch people who basically bumps my stand all the time, when you watch people and you go into a booth and they have the booth with the projection screen all set up and people get all found, they look at the seating, they look at everything. It's amazing when you get in there, right? And they're looking at something, wow, the picture image is so amazing. You don't realize that that projector sitting behind there is actually doing most of the work. So whatever is projecting on that screen is what you're going to have to pay for when it comes to the projector and screen together. There's no way in the world you're going to go home on your 1080p or whatever 4K you have, and you're going to get the same thing as a Chrissy or Barco or Ronco that may be sitting back there. There's no way in the world you're going to be able to do the same thing. You can calibrate the sun down. You're still not going to be able to match the projector. If that was the case, then why would you go out and spend $3,300 for a projector or even $10,000 for one if you could do the same thing with one of these? So that's why I tell people, whatever projector you're seeing in the demonstration, that's what you're going to have. That's why, and I hate to say this, but it's true, all his customer demonstrations did not match any of his demonstrations at all. The only thing they matched was the environment. That's it. Because all of them had to be stuck in the dark because the screen wouldn't pull up. That's why. And I sat there and said it many times before, if you're going to be doing demonstrations in the dark, that means your customer is going to be in the dark. $4K demonstrations. So if you look at my customer demonstrations, they're all out in the light. Some are even outside in backyards, because that's what the screen paint is designed to do. Allow you to be able to use the screen in a fully lit environment. But not only that, again, you don't have to spend any money. So are you saving any money at the end of the day? No, you're not. If you got to go out and spend $33 for a machine, you're not saving any money. How are you saving money? And at that can't even pick up in a fully lit environment. And you still got to calibrate, and you still got to turn your living room into a bat cave. So we can go over here, and we can look at our $150 projector. You know how much my projectors cost me for this whole setup? That's $200 in there. $60, $140, $150, $350. That's all I paid for my setup. And my screens are far larger. 180 to the ceiling, 150 here, 127 in the window. This is why I tell you, at the end of the day, it comes down to the screen. If you have 4K, if you got 1080p, if you got 720p, it comes down to the screen. If the screen can't produce, the projector will not produce. It all comes down to the screen. That's what it comes down to. Unless you got a knockoff, then it definitely is both at the end of the day. And for those of you who want ultra short those setups, and you're getting sticker shock because every time you go in there, you go, good gracious, are you kidding me? That's how much they want for that machine? Oh, come on. Well, you don't have to spend that kind of money. This is what our technology allows you to do. It allows you to take a 720p outdated old projector and make it a 150-inch screen with no problem. Produce beautiful color, produce beautiful contrast, and fully ambient projection technology. See, I can see my screen in the next room. I like doing this. I missed this the most when I was doing when I had my screen here, was the ability to be able to show the screen here, here, and here at the same time with all the lights on. That is my favorite thing to do. All right, well, this technology right here will not be available till next week. This is the Gamer 39. This is actually, if you saw me spray the screen in the backyard, yeah, this is the screen right here. This is actually frameless. There's no frame at all hanging the screen up. It's actually all screws. So I only have, let me see, 1, 2, 3 for the top, one here, and one here, and one there, and one there. That's it. There's no frame in here at all, period. No frame. No frame. There's no frame there. Nothing. It's just hanging. That's it. That one has a frame attached to it. This has no frame. So you don't have to, with the technology we have here, if you're not good with building a frame, you don't have to. Just hang it off your wall. Or basically get one of those photo backdrops that we used in our demonstrations. You can just clip it on the clips. Yesterday we did the demonstration, we just had the screen hanging. Not one wrinkle, not one crease, nothing. And on top of that, these screens are front and rear. I'm actually getting another one for myself. I'm going to buy a 100-inch today. We're going to spray that, and we're going to use that for rear projection, because when I was doing the demonstration yesterday, I wanted to go behind and put the sound bar and saw the transfer go through, and I was like, oh, it's completely transferred. So basically, we can use for rear projection also. So you got acoustic, rear projection on top of that. Oh, that's something I forgot to add real quick. I know I said it already before, but yes, 150-inch screen. These are acoustic screens, which means sound can transfer through the screens with no problem whatsoever. Shut down here for a bit. My machine's down. So not only are you getting a super ultra black screen, but you're also getting a screen that is acoustic and rear projection, which I'm going to be doing the 100-inch for myself for displaying for rear projection outside. Let's see. Let me use that projector right there. That's why we have 60 projectors, because we don't need to spend the money. Screens do all the work. This one right there, motorized black projection screen. This setup right here, nothing, 109, 130. That's it. Yep. Gotta stack all the shit that was in there. Woo! Dedicated theater room. Da 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 da! Acoustics is really good in here. Really good. That's an absolute black. That right there is the blackest acoustic screen that we make. Keep in mind, these are pre-coated. So you don't have to paint them. They're already painted, they're already coated. Now we have one called Black Silver, which is produces a higher white level, but keep in mind, contrast levels will drop a little bit. The absolute black produces amazing white levels, but it produces a 100% contrast line. Oh, by the way, the big boy projector you're seeing up there, $500. That's it. This is the one we go into form sites and we talk to them in their form sites. They got crazy expensive projectors, but we go in there with our machines. We have the sound up in here. Look how beautiful that blue is. Gray screen can't even pick that up in here. Now, the reason why I came up here is because I'm a person who does not like to talk without backing everything up. That's just who I am. So this right here is set up for acoustic. Speakers are installed behind the back of the screen because I developed the absolute black because I wanted a screen that's going to be super jet black, produce amazing white levels, colors, but the contrast levels were extremely important because I needed that really 100% black level. So this is what I designed for myself. Same thing like the gamer downstairs. The gamer was developed for me to be able to do my gaming, and I was going to design it for the acoustics, but we're going to do something different from downstairs. I'm going to do a gaming motorized tabby projection screen. Ooh, this is new.
After saving with customized car insurance from Liberty Mutual, I customized everything. Like Marco's
This guy's getting paid to the nose. Every time they show that, they got to pay him.
There was so much to do. We played games.
Every time they show that, they got to pay him. I'm pretty sure you saw this demonstration already in the dark. I'm pretty sure. So all my sound centers coming right at me. There's a sub right there. That's it. My sound system's $120. That's it. Take the lights out. Now you see when I turn the lights out, you don't see any kind of white reflection because a gray screen, white screens, and silver can't pull that black level. It's not going to come up. I don't know if you minute. This is what they don't show you. It's a lot of stuff they don't show you when you're watching this stuff. They never show you everything. So when the screen turns black, like that, right? You're not supposed to see any gray reflection, nothing. It's supposed to be jet black. All you're supposed to see is the object only. That's it. That's what they don't show you. I'm going to show you in a few minutes. I'm going to show you something. So, like I said, when I watch these forum sites, man, they don't show you anything at all. So when I watch Batman or any movie involving contrast levels, that screen is producing a 100% contrast level. There's no, the projector at 5,000 lumens, if it's a gray screen, it's going to be reflecting light all over the environment. On top of that, you have to worry about the light bouncing all over the place. Let me see, we just had them a few minutes ago. Sample sheets. Where's our freaking gray sheets at? Story of my life. I lose stuff so fast in my house, it's not even funny. Sometimes I think I have gremlins. Let me see. It's got to be here somewhere. We just had them. We got to talk about that too. I'm going to put an attachment in there for a white screen. You see my great sample sheets? Oh, of course you haven't. Like, what the frick are you talking about, man? Just had them. I had them in my hand because I didn't want them falling all over. Oh, on top of the refrigerator. I told you I put stuff in the weirdest places. I just got to remember where I put them at. So, one place you do not want to be sticking stuff at. It's on top of the refrigerator. It's one of my biggest problems is setting things on top of the refrigerator. That's why Diamond did that demonstration where they had the screen coming down. And you see all the light bouncing all over the environment. I know we're off topic, but we're good. I like to add a little extra stuff in there. This is the reason why the other videos for people are not that long, because again, they don't know what they're talking about. And they have nothing else to show but the same thing. We got other things to show you. There's so much stuff you gotta know, man. There's so much stuff. You can be to walk on forum sites and own that place. That's what we do. We go on forum sites and we own them. We walk in there. Oh, come on. You're gonna be like that with me today. Let me see. Here we go. Perfect. All right. Especially ABS forums. Their forum site gets on my freaking nerves. And I'll tell you why. Every time you walk in there, you can talk about something simple. It can be the simplest thing. And it will basically pile up on you. Not all of them. But it will pile up on you to make it seem like you don't know what you're talking about. Like you're a complete idiot. That's why sometimes some people in there talk to people. They have ego issues over there. Basically will pile up on you in a hot second because someone's asking a simple question. When we go in there, we own those suckers when we go in there because they talk about everything they talk about there. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. All right, here we go. Dedicated theater room. You do not use gray and white screens in there. You see where the screen's background. It's pulling 100% contrast level. You see how that milkshake or whatever that is sitting there right there, and all you see is nothing but black around it? How it's supposed to look? You see the gray screen? See the problem we have here? That's what you pick up in a dedicated theater room with a gray screen. Can't see contrast. My projector is 5,000 lumens. There you go. So when you guys are in there in your dedicated theater rooms and you're watching Star Wars or whatever you're in there watching at the end of the day, your black levels are coming up gray, and we can see it. I don't care how much you paid for your projector. All right. All right, let's get back to this real quick. Starfield screensaver.
Getting that from YouTube.
Let's pick up something absolutely jet black. This is Starfield. why when someone made the comment that the best screens to use in dedicated theater rooms, which he doesn't even have one, but dedicated theater rooms would be a gray screen. No, you don't know what you're talking about. That's the last thing you want to use. Because they don't see contrast. That's why. So apparently this person thinks he has more knowledge than me or Diamond or anybody else, because Diamond did that demonstration too. They took their screen and they brought a white screen down and they showed where the white screen got hit and light reflected all over the environment. And then when that screen came down, it canceled it out, just like we did in our demonstrations. So even with the lights out, the gray screen doesn't function. So let me get this straight. It doesn't work on the ultra short those downstairs. It doesn't work on a 5,000 lumen Christie. Red screen.
Getting that from YouTube.
Oh, this is going to go so badly. It always does. Let's go switch over to purple real quick. This is going to go really badly for the gray screen. Told you. This is what you pick up. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but it's bad. This is literally what we see when people try to pull color on a gray screen in a dedicated theater room. That's how badly the color comes up. That is really, really bad. That's really bad. It's not even picking up. See all that light reflecting off of it from the projector? You can't see it. Should we turn the lights on, see if we can do any better? Nah. So it remains the same. Let's go to red screen. Oh man. Told you it wasn't going to be good. So imagine we bring our ultra short those up here. Ultra short those are 3,600 lumens. At 3,600 lumens, that's going to be right up on top of the screen. That's 5,000 lumens at around 18 feet back. Remember 18? We're 18 feet back. I measured that. It's probably about 17. Let's see if the light blue will work. Ah, man. This is why I told to calibrate. All right, we're done here. Just want to get that little lesson in there real quick. That's why when I heard that person make that statement, we're not going to taint our video. We know who he is. I heard that person say that, oh, dedicated theater rooms go well with gray screens. No, you don't know what you're talking about at all, period. You're introducing a screen to a surface or to a projector, and that screen can't produce contrast, can't even see contrast. Even if the projector is producing and showing a black level, the gray screen can't see it, nor can it see color. They don't pick up on the motorized projection screens and the next one. They don't pick up anywhere in the house. All right, bye-bye, room. We'll be back next week. Start working on your chairs. I got to finish the crown molding in there and everything else. Oh, my Epson projector. I got to do something with that thing. Yeah, tell me about it. You got to get a projector for your room, too. I haven't decided what we're going to put in there yet. I might get you that Christie projector. No, you don't need a Christie in there. That's crazy. We'll get you like a portable projector. Who the heck? Anyway. All right, people. We're done. I am going to process my orders for today and get them done. Get my customers their tracking numbers. And we're done. But just to show you that you don't have to spend a lot of money. And then basically, when we jumped off, showing you something else on the demonstrations, it surely shows you that, yeah, gray screens and all those screens, they don't work at all, period. You're just going to get a washed out, faded image at the end. That's what you're going to pick up. All right, with that being said, hope you enjoyed the demonstration. Thank you for your time. I have to go, and God bless.